The light in here is just not so great. Hold on. Is this better? A little bit. You can see my feet, my leg. I'm on my bed. I really shouldn't have popped that pimple. It wasn't even a pimple, it was like a blackhead, but it was just annoying me, so I had to pop it. I'm at home. Well, home, I mean DC. Because look at my pretty purple walls, I miss them. Instead of my fucking 70s porn apartment that I'm in now. I kind of love it, though. So, whenever I come home to DC, I'm just like, I sleep a lot, and like, I don't really do a whole lot. I need to take a shower. Like, I haven't taken a shower in a couple days. This is what happens when I go home to DC. I just like sleep all the time and don't shower. Because I'm like, whatever. I'm not gonna see anyone that like. Well, no, I'm gonna take a shower today. I'm going to. Oh, I love cracking my knuckles. Tyler Oakley made a video about cracking his knuckles, and he was talking about cracking his knuckle like this way. But I crack the same knuckle, but I like bend it back to crack it. But I just did that, so I can't because it's already been cracked. I have to wait a little bit. So I wrote a Tumblr thing about this on ProjectLifesize's Tumblr. I don't really have a New Year's, like I don't really believe in New Year's resolutions. I don't really like them that much. I did kind of make a New Year's resolution, but like just kind of, not like a resolution, but just something that I want to do this year. And that thing is, I want to, this makes me look really weird. Ow, my back is hurting. Let's rearrange how I'm sitting because I'm really uncomfortable like this. Okay. This is a little better. No, I'm still uncomfortable. My little New Year's thing that I want to do this year is I just look like a gray blob because I'm wearing sweatpants and a sweatshirt. So my New Year's thing that I want to do, I am so uncomfortable right now. I just don't want to be, I don't know what's wrong with me. Alright, this is much better. Hopefully I can stay in the spot. Okay, New Year's thing. My grandfather was a writer. He died a couple years ago due to Alzheimer's complications, and he was a writer, and I've never read any of his books. He wrote nonfiction. He wrote a book about Catholicism for Georgetown University. He wrote a book called Distant Water. But his most famous book was Beautiful Swimmers. It's about Maryland crabbers, whatever you call them. And he went and lived with crabbing people, like people that catch crabs for a living, and decided to write a book about it. And he wrote it in the 70s, and he won a Pulitzer Prize for it for nonfiction. It hasn't been out of print since then. I'm going to read that one first. And then I'm going to read the last book that he wrote before he died, Into the Porcupine Cave and Other Odysseys. And then I'm going to read Distant Waters. And then I'm going to try to read the book about Catholicism. I just want to read those books this year. Like, I'm not going to say that I'm going to read 50 books this year because I'm in school. I'm going to be writing a lot and reading a lot because I'm taking a lot of English classes this semester because I'm an English major. So I already have a lot on my plate as far as like reading and writing and stuff. So I don't want to say that I'm going to do something because if I say that, like, because I want to do it if I say I'm going to do it. But I have read 2 books this year that are really good. They're 2 of Chelsea Handler's books called Are You There, Vodka, It's Me, Chelsea, and Chelsea, Chelsea, Bang, Bang. And Chelsea, Chelsea, Bang, Bang is really funny, but holy hell, Are You There, Vodka, It's Me, Chelsea is one of the funniest fucking books I've ever read in my entire life. There were moments where I was reading it on my phone, and there are moments where I literally had to put my phone down because I was crying. I was laughing so hard. And if you have like a Kindle or like an iPhone or an iPad or something, it's only like $10, I think, to buy it on there. So yeah, you should definitely read it. It's fucking hilarious. Also, I'm not going to say that I'm going to read 50 books because I'm reading comics. And I don't really know how those fit in, like, because a comic is, like, short, so it's not like reading a book. And it's not like I'm reading graphic novels. I started reading the X-Men comics from the beginning. And once I finish number 93, I'm going to go and read the first 25 Buffy comics. And then, because I want to switch off so I don't get too, like, sick of one thing. Because I'm already kind of sick of I mean, I love X-Men, don't get me wrong, but I'm already kind of sick of it because I watched all of the original animated series last month, or the end of December, the beginning of January. I don't want to get too sick of it, but the comics are a little different. But if you're a Buffy fan, and if you at all like X-Men, I would suggest that you go watch or read the Astonishing X-Men comics, because they did a comic and then a motion comic, which is really cool. Like, at first it was a little weird because there's not actually, like, they don't move, but, like, it's really weird. I don't know how to describe what a motion comic is, but it's not a cartoon, but it's not standstill. Like, it's really interesting. And it was written by Joss Whedon. So if you are a fan of Joss Whedon, I would suggest that you go check it out. You can watch it on Hulu. But for some reason, there are only 6 episodes, but I think there are like 12 comics. So they don't finish the story. They don't finish the story in the motion comic, but they do in the regular comic. So I'm also going to read that. I'm going to go get my ass in the shower because I smell bad. I love you guys. I hope you have a fabulous, fabulous, fabulous day. Yeah, bye.